What's up, YouTube? It's Dylan. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Today's reptile will be the queen snake. Now, the queen snake is a very cool, laid-back little guy. He's a juvenile for sure, very juvenile. These guys will get up to about the same size as like a northern water snake. Northern water snakes will get a little bit bigger, but as far as size goes, I mean 2.5, 3 feet, sometimes 4. I mean that would be for the northern, but for this guy, it's 2.5 to 3, I'd say. I'd say this guy's probably around a year, couple months maybe. For sure, I probably caught him before. My creek's pretty small town. I got a village down there. But anyway, so the coloration. I mean, when they're young, they've got 3 dark colored stripes that go down their body, and they've got that tan, sometimes a yellow or white colored band or line that goes down the bottom sides of their body. And they're brighter colored. I mean, they're always like an army camouflage type of green, you know, darker green colored, and that they'll doll up when they get bigger. I mean, when they get bigger, they'll get like more of a brown colored. Some people walk up to me like, "Dylan, I saw a brown snake at the creek," and I'll be like, "What?" And I'll be like, "I was like, what's a brown snake?" He's like, "I don't know, man. It was just brown. It was over by the creek." I was like, "You're probably talking about a queen snake," and like, "Oh yeah, probably. He was hanging over, you know, over the water or whatever, you know, or by a rock by the creek." But that's usually bigger snakes. I mean, obviously, I mean, if you don't know what kind of snake it is, you're gonna call it just whatever color you see, you know. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, their behavior is great. I mean, I wouldn't say keep one as a pet just because it's hard for them to eat in captivity. They usually prefer not to eat in captivity, and that can be bad for them. But they're very cool. I mean, I like them a lot. They're a very easygoing snake, but at times, I mean, they'll bite. But their diet will consist of, you know, fish, crayfish, you know, crawdads, you know, small frogs, small mammals, anything they can put their mouth around, just like any other snake, really. But those are like the main things. They like darters, I know that, and darters are really cool little fish. They're the ones that you flip over rocks, and they dart to other rocks and stuff. They're really fast. Now he's starting to pick up. He wants to move around, but yeah, this guy's really cool. He bit me actually once. Honestly, he bit me one time when I did pick him up, but I did about step on him, so I guess I kind of deserved it. Hey, watch out, man. But yeah, the adults are even more laid back than the small ones. I mean, of course, they got more energy when they're young. But coloration, when they get old, they get about a grayish brown color, more of like a brownish green, honestly. And then when they're younger, they have those stripes, which will go away when they get older. Now, this stripe right here on the side is the most distinctive feature of the snake. Excuse me. Is the coloration on the side, and that will be that stripe that goes down their body. Oh my goodness. And on the bottom they've kind of got like racing stripe colors, you know, lines, racing stripes. Oh, hello. But yeah. So I mean, they're a pretty generic looking little snake. I mean, sometimes they get mistaken for garter snakes. Now, habitat's going to be a little bit different. You know, you're going to find garter snakes under rocks or bark or stuff in the woods or in meadows, going through the grass, and they've got that. They're usually like around this color, you know, and they'll sometimes have little bit speckles or little dark, depending on what kind of, you know, the common garter snake, northeast garter snake, is going to have maybe a white or yellow stripe that runs down its back that's very bright, and then he's going to have more of a flatter body. They have more of a flatter body, and their scales are really keeled. Now, these guys have really keeled scales, which means they're rougher. Unlike a rat snake or like a king snake, you know, they have keeled scales, and the garter snake has really thicker keeled scales on the sides of them. But as far as identifying them, the garter snake's going to have a bigger head than these guys, and they're going to be more flatter, and they're going to have darker colors with a brighter stripe. When I first found mine, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what kind of queen snake, what kind of snake I was holding. Took it up to my friend who taught me a lot about what I know, and he was like, "Hey man, that's a queen snake. Good find, you know." They're very common, but you know, I was younger and I was like, "Oh, queen snake, cool." Ever since then, I always knew how to identify them. But yeah, behavior is nice. Their diet pretty common, generic, just fish, frogs, small animals, crayfish, and And yeah, I mean, not venomous at all. I mean, their bite is not as even bad as a northern water snake bite. I mean, they have very small heads, and that's one of another thing that I noticed is that their heads are pretty small. I mean, they've got teeth, obviously. You know, every snake, I mean, at least around here has teeth, but um, I mean, they'll still lay into you, but I wouldn't really worry about it. You want to wash it out just like you would with any other kind of bite. Your cat scratches, you wash it out. The snake bites, you wash it out. You know, no venom though, no venom. But yeah, that's our queen snake. He wants to run now. He just woke up, just like the northern water snake did. He wants the sun. But Regina septemvittata, queen snake. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next video.